Hello everyone, it's Carly from the Poetry of Nice, and I'm here with another haul for you guys for my Etsy and eBay shop. So I hit up a church rummage sale, one of the ones that I really liked this week, although I have to say when I got there, they kind of did a little bit differently. They did fill a bag, which is fine. I got loads of stuff for $10. But they only had clothing and accessories and stuff. They had none of the knickknacks that they usually have, which was a little bit disappointing because they were pretty good for the knickknack stuff. But anyway, and overall, I gotta say it was kind of a slim pickings week. There was not that much going on. Well, actually, no, I lied. There was a lot going on, but there was not a lot of the stuff that I tend to pick up at the yard sales that I went to. I feel like I went to some community sales specifically, and some of them were in slightly richer neighborhoods, and I think that was a mistake, a mistake I have learnt before, but apparently I'm interested in repeating. But yes, they just had a lot of like newer stuff, or a lot of newer clothes, just things that I personally don't pick up. I'm sure other people who do electronics and things like that would have had a field day. But anyway, I digress. Let me dive in and show you what I actually did pick up this Saturday. So I spent between $20 and $25 total for everything that you see here. And I'll just go ahead and take you through, and I'll do my best to let you know what I paid for it, where I picked it up, which platform I plan to sell it on, and what I plan to sell it for. Okay, here we go. So let's just start with the clothes, keep it easy. So I do pretty well with like vintage college football stuff. I say that I sell a lot of Tennessee Volunteers stuff because that is where I live in East Tennessee, and so there's so much stuff for picking. So I tend to pick it up whenever I can: shirts, sweaters, and I've done mugs and things like that as well. I'm kind of experimenting a little bit, but anyway, I paid $1 for this, so obviously 1985. This was just like a really cool, fun sweater. It's in really, really good shape. So yes, $1. And what I will do is I'll list this most likely just on Etsy, and I usually do my sweaters for $24.95. And then these were at the rummage sale, so I paid $1 a piece for these. I wish that I had these up last weekend. So I got this University of Georgia Bulldogs sweater. You can see here it's by Lee. It is made in the USA. Good size and extra large. It has one very small, like this kind of like paint mark thing happening here, but I have sold them worse. I'll be real. So I'm not worried about that at all. A little bit of cracking on here, but honestly that just kind of adds to the distressed look with it being a little bit older. So there's that sweatshirt. Then there is this, also by Lee, made in the USA, Tennessee Volunteers, big sweater. This is a 2XL. So again, I've actually listed this on eBay for $24.95, but I've also on Etsy, but I've also cross-posted on eBay simply because it's that 2XL size. With it being the kind of big and tall sizing, I figured I'd go ahead and throw it on eBay as well and see if I got any bites there. This is up on Etsy, and I think I put this up for $24.95 just to start with. I usually do my t-shirts for $19.95, my college football t-shirts, but this is like a long sleeve button up. It's this thick cotton, almost feels like denim, with a really nice embroidered design here. It's just a really cool shirt, made in Hong Kong, size large. So I put it up for $24.95, and we'll see how it does. All right, so next for $1, I got this NFL, the Chiefs. I don't know anything about them, but anyway, it's kind of like this windbreaker shell suit type thing, color block. This is on the back. I thought it was a pretty cool piece. So for $1, and it's in good shape. Now there's a tiny bit of discoloration you can see down here. It's very light. It came out a little bit when it was washed, but honestly, not too worried about it. So that'll go on Etsy. I think this qualifies as an ugly Christmas sweater. It's on the edge, right? So here's what I'm thinking. The snowflakes alone don't really do it, but we have this like 3D bobbling. We have the turtleneck factor, and then we also have like this strange 3-dimensional present motif happening down the bottom. So I'm thinking it's crossing over into the land of the ugly sweater. Anyway, I'm going to give it a go. It was $1. I'll be putting that up on eBay. Potentially Etsy, I'm not sure, definitely eBay. I've sold all of my ugly sweaters so far on eBay, and I think I will probably go ahead and put that up for maybe like $25-$30. We'll see, maybe $25. I want it gone. I don't want to hold on to it for the rest of my life, so maybe a little bit lower. This I think is vintage, and if anyone can help me out, let me know. So it's this really cool coat. It definitely looks vintage. It's very stylish. It's got a corduroy collar, and it's J. Crew. Here's the label. So if anybody knows anything about J. Crew labels, of course I will do my research. I just haven't delved in yet. It's got a very cool plaid liner here, long sleeves. It's just a really beautiful coat and in very good condition. So that was $1 as well. I just got to work out exactly where I can post it. I'm not too sure what I'll ask. I'm thinking maybe around 40. We'll see. This I was kind of excited about. I don't know if it was worth anything, but I got to get this up before Halloween because some people use these as costumes. Okay. I've got a members only jacket. Woohoo! Straight from the 80s, I believe, made in Korea. Long sleeve, again, pretty good condition. The occasional mark, but it's surprising when things don't have the occasional mark when they've actually been worn and lived in and stuff, and they're, 20, 30 plus years old. This I don't know anything about. Here's the label. I know it's older, made in Hong Kong. It's definitely a vintage piece. We've got some color block design happening here. And the only thing it says on it is Michelin, as in like Michelin tires. So I figured there may be like there's the pocket, like a car fanatic that would appeal to. I'm not sure. Again, fill a bag. It was $1. I stuffed it in. And that's probably eBay, Etsy. And again, I'm not sure on the price, maybe around 30, 35, something like that. And then this, I still don't know what I have here. So this is an Olympics, JCPenney, like a windbreaker. Definitely missed the boat on this one, right? But you get what you get, and you get when you got it. I'm definitely not going to hold on to it for the next 4 years, I'm hoping. But again, we've got the color block, we've got the windbreaker, like the light jacket factor. I do need to determine a little bit more how old it is. I do think it's an older piece, especially since I got it in amongst all of those older clothes of that Rummage sale. But anyway, we'll see. All right, and then everyone knows I love these. So I picked these up for $1 as well. The main wear is right here, which is a bit more, honestly, I looked at these at the Rummage sale. I sort of left them behind and thought, oh, that scuff is just like too much for me. And I walked around a whole bunch, and then when I got to the end, I had some space still left in my bag, and I was like, forget it. I'll go ahead and throw them in. And honestly, they cleaned up pretty good overall. They are not far from the usual condition that I picked them up in, apart from that little scuff. So I've sold them before. I sold the princess ones, which have like the turquoise detailing, for $60 on Etsy, and I just sold this week, you'll see it in my sales video, a pair exactly like this, size 7 instead of these were 7.5, the other ones were 7, but they're exactly this design, and I sold them for $50. So I'm going to put these up, I think, for like $35 just because of that scuff, and see how they do. All right, and then also that Rummage sale, I'm just going to go ahead and show you real quick. Let me move these guys over here. I picked up a few Bibles, so they give away all of their Bibles and like Christian books for free. I usually limit what I pick up because, they're for everyone, right? But the resellers flock. They flock to the Bibles. I've had people tell me all about it while I've been at this sale. So anyway, this is what I picked up. This one I thought was absolutely stunning. So these are obviously, you see my hand there, really large Bibles. I could not find a date on this. Presentation page has just one name on it, but if you can see this detailing here, we've got this like protective cover, pictorial family. I mean, it's really stunning, and it has illustrations throughout. It's an absolutely gorgeous book. So I had absolutely no idea how to go about pricing this specifically. I couldn't find anything exactly like it on eBay. So I put it up, and I put it up for $125. I am not expecting to get that, but again, I'm going to do my usual thing. I put it up high, and then I just like watch my audience, as it were. I see how many views I get, if I get any watches, if I get any offers, that kind of thing, and I just go ahead and take it all in for a week, and then I adjust my price accordingly. So that's where we started with that one. This one is also a large one. This one is fairly common, actually. We've got a few marks of discoloration around here, but the presentation page is completely clean, which is why I went ahead and grabbed it, because that's always a great thing to be able to offer someone. It also has some really beautiful illustrations in there as well. So this is a fairly common Bible, and I've seen them up there anywhere from, like, and this is unsold, I'm going to say, from like $12 to $100, and they're just all kind of sitting there doing their thing. A lot of the pictures were not particularly clear or quite busy in the background, and if you've seen any of my pictures, I do tend to stick to just the sort of the plain white, and then I think I just put this up with the front cover, but what I may do is adjust and go ahead and put the front cover and then like the clean presentation page in my thumbnail as like a small collage. I tend to try and get some more visual information there that might draw a buyer in if I can. Anyway, long story short, I've put it up for $49.99 with best offer, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing as I'm doing with this guy, and I'm just going to watch and see if I get any activity on it all over a week to 2 weeks period. And then this is the last one that I picked up there that was free also. Testament and, yep, you can see here, there's that. Sorry, I'm thinking of the date here. So we've got a little bit of wear on the inside there. What did I think the date was? It's escaped me. It's in, aha, that's what I'm thinking of. So 1906. So it's obviously an older piece, and it's antique technically, which is, you know, a fantastic keyword. It does have a little bit of damage here and there, as you would expect. You can see right here to the page edges, but overall really nice shape for its age. And I don't think I've put it up yet. I haven't put it up yet. So Testament and Psalms, there we go. Lovely book. And that was free also. Okay, and then that was all I got at the Rummage sale. So let me show you what I got at all of the other places as well. So Viewmaster, you gotta love a vintage Viewmaster, 50 cents. I picked this up because I have some of the Viewmaster reels from the 50s that I'm still trying to get rid of. I've had so many watches and so many views on both platforms, but they are yet to sell. I'm going to throw this in on the lot. So there's the reels and this Viewmaster for 50 cents. And I'm thinking that's going to swing the deal for me. Mickey Mouse. This is actually a radio. He works. I won't do it now because it's really loud. Only thing is my battery compartment does not have a closure. So that brings my price down a little bit. Hong Kong. That's where it's made. So anyway, that has decreased my value a little bit with the battery, but I will be putting this up on Etsy. I don't think I'll put it up on eBay, and I'm probably going to ask around the $15 mark for it. We'll see. And it also has this little tie here to hang. Okay, next thing is this. I think it's 1978, I want to say, made in Hong Kong. Yes, it is 1978. Sorry, I'm like having you stare at the floor there. It's a piggy bank, coin bank, whatever, but it's Garfield. Very cool. And it's plastic, so that's nice for shipping. I haven't cleaned him up yet. I need to give him a little wipe over. And again, I paid 50 cents for him, just like the other things. And what am I thinking for him? I don't know, like maybe 15 to 20 maybe. I don't know. I sell his, what did I sell the plush for? I sold the plush for like $20, I think, so maybe 12 to 15 for him. We'll see. Another pack of Uno cards. These are 1973. These do really well for me, these like vintage Uno cards. This is complete, which is always nice, but I also list them as craft supplies and like craft and scrapbooking materials because people use them for that. Sell them on Etsy. I don't list them on eBay, and I sell them for $11.95, and I paid 50 cents for these. This, I don't know if I'm selling. This is 1968. This is a pair of safety scissors, and it's Woodstock. I picked these up for my little boy. He adores Snoopy and Woodstock, and he's learning to do the whole safety scissors cutting paper thing at the moment. That's a good time, trust me. So I picked them up for him. They were 50 cents, but if I find out that they're worth anything, I guess I'll throw them on Etsy. I doubt that they will be somehow. Just a little plain black glasses case for 25 cents. I pick them up whenever I can to go ahead and put the eyeglasses in that I sell on Etsy. Another vintage children's books, and it's a good time of year for this, obviously coming up to Halloween here. A little bit of wear, that doesn't bother me one bit. And this is, I think 1970 is the publishing date of this. Some really beautiful illustrations, and I popped that up for $7.95, just like I do with most of my vintage children's books, and I paid 25 cents for that. These were cool for 50 cents. Well, I say these. This was cool for 25 cents. It's a fitted sheet, but it is vintage Transformers sheets, 1984. So these are going to go up on Etsy and potentially on eBay as well, and I will sell them. I will sell them as a fitted sheet, a twin sheet here. These are in good shape. There's no stains that I've noticed. The fading is very minimal. No fraying that I can see. I'm quite impressed, actually. She gave them to me for 50 cents because she was sort of sorry that it didn't have the flat sheet that went with it. But I will be selling these primarily as sheets, but also as like a vintage fabric or whatever for people to use when making like children's clothes and different things like that. And Etsy is a great platform for doing that. So paid 50 cents. Let me think. I'm probably going to put them up for maybe like $30, depending on how saturated the market is. If there's a bunch of these up there, then I'll go ahead and lower that right down. But at 50 cents, I got a pretty good opportunity for a profit margin there. I'll show you these real quick. I paid $1 each for these boxes. This box is stunning. Look at this. I would keep this just as a storage box as is, frankly, which is kind of my thought as I picked them up. Really, really beautiful. But it's filled with different vintage greeting cards. Lots and lots and lots of different ones. Really, really beautiful. Now, here's my disappointment. So, these are my two favorite cards that were in there. The wedding one and the new baby one. Look, they were stored with the envelope, like tucked into the envelope, and over time the glue, I guess, like melted onto them. But I have been working on this for a long while and it has come away without taking off the artwork. It's just the most tedious thing I think I've had to do in a long time. So I guess I'll just keep working on it and see how much I can salvage and still sell, because these are really beautiful illustrations. Like, I kind of want to keep these and do something amazing and craft wise with them. I just think they're really fantastic. So I guess I'll sit in front of the TV one day and peel away. But overall, there's some really, really fantastic cards in here. They're really, really beautiful, and I am like super excited to part them out and obviously include the box as well. And the same goes for this. This is actually all what does it say on it? Vanity Fair. Get well greetings. So there is not 16 in here, I don't think, but there is quite a few still in there, and exactly how it says. They are all like get well illness cards and whatnot. I don't know. Again, really, really, really beautiful. So I was thrilled to get those. Look at that. Gorgeous. For $1 a piece, and they will go up on Etsy. And of course I will also mention in my listing not just vintage greeting cards or specifically what they are for, but also scrapbook materials and craft materials. And then the last thing that I have to show you as I drag this over here, so let me forewarn you, I have no idea what I bought. I have not researched this yet, but everything that I'm about to show you here was in one giant box, and the guy said to me, if you want all of those, you can have them for $3. And I was like, okay. I'm a sucker for like older Disney stuff. And anyway, let me take you through and show you what I have, and maybe you'll understand why I paid $3 to take a chance. If anything, I think I'd pay $3 just to go through the box and see what was there. It was really interesting, but this was tucked away in the middle of it, so I guess I'll go ahead and show you. It is a 1989 Mickey Mouse Clubhouse poster in really, really good condition. Here I am trying to open it up and not like rip it or anything, but anyway, I have no idea what to do with that. I guess Etsy might be the place for that, or eBay. I'm not sure. Maybe it's, I'm sure it's worth nothing, but you know, it's cool, right? 1989. All right, let me go ahead and pop that over there. And then, so these are all Disney like wall decorations, I guess. Like, I don't know if they had stands. You see some of these holes here, or you know, whatever they were designed for. Here they are. So let me share my frustration first of all. Do you see this damage up here? That was because the guy who was selling them took a piece of like masking tape, painted tape, and hung her up by her head. And he was like, she's my show model. I was like, oh god. You know that feeling, like, not just as a reseller, but as anybody who like appreciates the older things that have like survived over time, and then someone sticks a big fat old label or Sharpie mark all over it and just like damages the heck out of it. It makes you cringe, right? Anyway, she has survived well apart from that little injury to the head there. So that we have Ariel, we have Huey, Dewey and Louie, brushing their teeth, I guess. These guys here, I realized afterwards that we have an injured foot and a missing hand, but I have a second one of these. So I guess this one will just kind of go the way of the wind, and I'll sell the other one. We have a pretty retro looking Minnie Mouse here. Mickey Mouse here with like a thunderstorm and a raincoat. These little guys are very cool. We have Mickey and Minnie here as well. And a lot of these are marked too, like made in the USA and things like that, which is very cool. So I'll probably sell those as a pair. This guy, does anybody know what his name is? I know him from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse anyway. He has like a German accent, but I can't find him specifically. I think he's a professor. Anyway, someone give me a clue. I have a Donald with some notepaper. I have some Alice in Wonderland one. I'm pretty sure that's going to do pretty good on Etsy. I'm not worried about that one. I was going to say, I'm probably going to make my money back on that one alone. I'm going to make more than $3 on that. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. We have Donald on like a pig farm. This guy, I have no idea who this guy is either. So if anybody knows that, give me a heads up. Oh, this was always fun. This is a big fold out, Kissy Bagheera Jungle Book. Shere Khan, Mowgli. So that was kind of cool. Let me try and make sure they don't get super bent up. This is the thing, right? It's going to be fun to store and fun to ship. I don't know what I was thinking. I just got interested. Okay, like a retro looking Minnie and Mickey riding bikes next to a car. Huey, Dewey and Louie again, we're thankful for each other. Here's the one that is pretty much undamaged. And you see these kind of like these bits here. I'm trying to, I guess they were stands, or I guess they clipped into stuff at one point. And then the two last ones, we've got Donald and Daisy. I guess that's a haircut scene. And then this one, I just thought was so cool. That took me straight back to the 90s. I love that Mickey guy. So I got all of them for $3. Let me know what you think. Is Etsy the place for them? Is eBay a viable place for them? What would you charge for each of them? This is a mystery. This is definitely a mystery, but it should be fun. It should be fun to research, so you can't complain. Okay. So that's everything that I got today on my haul. Every week I do haul videos. I do sales update videos for both Etsy and eBay. So if you want to see more of those, go ahead and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you somewhat enjoyed me sharing these things. And hey, I want to throw a question at you guys. So I realized the other day that I don't share everything that I pick up necessarily. You know, sometimes I pick up things, quite often, I pick up things like vintage stuff for our home, for home decor or like everyday use, or even for like DIYs and things like that. And I want to throw it out there to you guys. Is anybody interested in that? Like, it just occurred to me the other day when I shared my new end table, the sewing machine table last week, that I don't share with you guys things that I keep pretty much. And like right now, my kind of fall decor and Halloween decor, we really like to decorate. Most of that is thrifted or like from yard sales or, you know, at a push clearance. And a lot of stuff is like used in DIYs and things that I make from things that I've like salvaged and found. So I just want to throw it out there. If no one's interested, it's no big deal. I won't mention it again. But if you guys are interested, give me a heads up in the comment. I would be very happy to share some of those things with you. I just do like a little fall decor home tour thing and just show you what I picked up and where I picked it up and what I did with it and what I paid for it and all that kind of stuff. Just food for thought. All right, guys, I hope you have an amazing rest of the weekend. Enjoy your Sunday night. I'm sorry I'm a day late. It was date night last night. It was cool. We went to a haunted house. It was a good time. And I hope you have an amazing week. Enjoy this October weather. All right, guys, see you soon. Bye.